Nowadays, it's not uncommon to see people with tattoos, and interest in the subject matter has only gone up over the years. My name is Billy Nehring, and I'm here to present my documentary, Tattooed. And the log line is what gets under your skin? I just thought that was kind of fun. So, project history. Originally, I made a short version for the Foundations of Digital Video class, like the final. It was an exploration on tattooing and like the process, and also kind of a self exploration on why I get them, because I'm also part of the tattoo community and as a collector. The current version of the film features just one artist, Matt Ritchie, out of Fat Brothers over in White Lake, Michigan, and just me getting tattooed, and mostly my commentary over that and me talking about my own experiences within this art form. But I would have liked to have gotten an interview with Matt just to see his process and ask him some questions about that. Right now, it exists as about a 6 minute film, almost seven. But I'd like to expand it into like actual interviews with artists and other collectors as well. I've gathered information throughout my 10 years of regularly getting tattooed, and there's plenty of information to be learned still. The target length runtime is about 45 minutes. It depends on interviews and all that kind of stuff. The intended audience, I would say it's adults with an interest in body art. And I would say the definition of subculture or counterculture is kind of hard to define. Personally, I think it is now a subculture due to the amount of people who participate in getting tattoos and its just general acceptance. Potential audience, I would say it's adults who actually may be thinking about getting a tattoo, but maybe they don't have one yet, or maybe they are just kind of curious about it. It is an interesting part of our culture now. And maybe they just want to get a feel for the community if they're thinking about getting a tattoo, or again, maybe they just want to know why people get what they get and why they do what they do. As for new ideas we bringing to this topic, a lot of the documentaries I've seen about tattooing are about a specific person or a specific style, and those are great, those are interesting. But my idea is to take a broader look, a wider look at the community as a whole. I feel it is important to consider the different styles and techniques and personalities that are found within. I feel this could introduce new people to a community that can seem a little intimidating on the surface, but in actuality, everyone I've met through it is very humble, nice, not intimidating. Style. Now, as far as style is concerned, a couple different modes will be used. Participatory. I enjoy interacting with people, especially artists and creatives. I also want to add to my tattoo collection as well. I've already gotten tattooed on camera once. I definitely want to do it again and kind of record that whole process. I think it's important to see how the interactions go, how you plan out your tattoo, and how you talk about it with the artists, and see that collaboration in action. Poetic. Tattooing is a visual medium. So I'd like to use that visual element in video form. I'd like to show the artwork around the shops and everything and kind of set it up in creative ways. I'm also a photographer, so I kind of enter that mode of thinking when gathering B roll, and it just adds to the visual language and kind of adds some intrigue and interest. Performative. Art is subjective. Therefore, it is not easy to talk about it objectively. Uh, I think the connection and opinions artists and collectors have is important when looking at the tattoo community. Some people think you should have meanings to every little piece you get. Others, it's all artwork. For me personally, it's artwork, and some have meaning, some don't. I think it's important to get those opinions from as many people as I can, artists, collectors alike. And I think it'll flesh out the whole subject. B-roll will consist of the collectors that have tattoos. So we'll get footage of their tattoos while they talk about them and what they mean to them. We'll also get some B-roll of the actual act of tattooing. And we'll also grab some B-roll of artwork that they're either currently working on or they have already done. A lot of shops feature Flash, which is you go in, you pick a design, you get it. So I would like to also get some B-roll of that maybe being drawn up or just already displayed and ready to go. Influence and inspiration. I really enjoyed Werner Herzog's approach in Grizzly Man. He gives his opinions and is on camera for some of the interviews. It seems to have more of an intimate feel, and that feeling it does translate over to tattooing, considering it is more of an intimate art form that someone's putting something on your body. It's a part of the entire experience. You have to connect with the artist if you're going to get a tattoo and make sure you both are on the same wavelength. And I'd really just like to reflect that in the film. Sound design and music. I actually plan to use a mixture of royalty-free and licensed music, specifically because the original creation has a song that is directly about tattoos, and I feel like it almost needs to be there. And as far as the style of music is concerned, I mainly use a lot of folk influenced acoustic, like guitar tracks and that kind of stuff. I may create some music for it as well. As far as sound design is concerned, like the actual ambiance of scenes, I would like to just keep that same tattoo shop feel. So the buzzing of tattoo machines will be very prevalent throughout. It won't be distracting. It'll be there though in the background. Collaboration. I'll bring on some friends for help with production, light setups, boom operating, some camera work, but I would like to do most of the camera work myself. I will also be doing the pre-production and post-production work. Budget. I estimate around $20,000 between equipment, travel, and hiring. The equipment, I would say, is very necessary because I really want to get those close-up shots of tattooing in progress and really get that crisp detail. As for travel, there's a lot of artists all over America that I would like to talk to and get their opinions and just hear their experiences within the industry. We also need to have some good lighting. A lot of these artists have tattoos themselves. I'd like that to be very visible to pop on camera, along with the interviews with collectors. Depending on how it turns out, I would like to submit it to film festivals and afterwards upload it to YouTube or Vimeo. Now that we've covered everything in depth, I cut together a trailer. Please enjoy, and thank you for listening. But I think it's the ultimate form of self-expression. Always enjoy watching the machines get built. It's a mix of being excited for the tattoo and also being amazed at this little machine, and that it's used to create art that you get to keep forever. I think that's just astounding. Some people think the permanence of a tattoo is the negative part of it, but for me, it is honestly the best part. It is like a timestamp for me of, I can look at, some of them and I can remember when I got them, why I got them, and
that point in my life. No regrets.